You're watching the Unlocked Door podcast with Marcus Wolfka. Hello, everybody. My name is King Wolfka. You know what? For the rest of the podcast, only the podcast and not for the gaming part of the channel, I'm going to start the episode and I'm going to start by saying, hello, everybody. My name is Marcus, and welcome to the Unlocked Door podcast. Now, I've been on a hiatus, and in the previous episode on the channel, on the last gameplay that I played before this episode, which comes out a day before this, I talked about why I was away. What happened to me. And that kind of sparked the inspiration for what this episode is going to be about. And this might touch on stuff that I've already touched on, or it might be a repeat of something that I've already said. But the premise of this episode is taking time for yourself. And I gotta fix something real quick. That is a lot better, although I look pasty white. So we're going to stick with it being like this. Now I use a blank white sheet on the computer. This premise is about taking time for yourself. Because on December 10th, a week before my birthday, I had a nasty fall at work, and I was carrying a heavy jack, which is like this wide and this tall. And it's got a metal sheet up here about that thick, and then a metal sheet on the bottom that's that thick. And then it's got 4 wheels in the corner, and then an actual jack in the middle that lifts the whole thing up, or lifts the top plate up. Now, I fell down with that in my hands. I had it flipped so that a plate was going across here, and the wheels were aimed that way. Not only did I have that in my hands, we put on top of the jack, we put this big wooden, that thick. So it's about like that. When you look at it lengthwise, or when you're looking at it through the length. And it's probably just about as long as the jack. But anyway, I fell down with both those in my hands, and the jack and the wood hit me in the jaw here, and it completely frigged my muscles and the bones connectors right there. Don't know what the thing's called. I didn't go to a doctor because I don't like going to doctors, but I should have. And I really should have. So another thing to take from this episode: go to the doctor if you feel like you've gotten hurt. Even the slightest thing, go to a doctor. Like, you can't be messing around. You can't be messing around with stuff like that, because it's a one and done thing. As soon as it gets bad enough, you're screwed. You're completely screwed. But I was lucky. So it happened on December 10th, Friday, a week before my birthday, as I said, and Saturday I woke up and I could barely move because it had affected all the muscle sets here, which are controlled by a lot of other muscles, including my back muscles, which help me get up. So I could barely move, I could barely eat. I was so stubborn, and I ate anyway because I was hungry. But it was brutal. Sunday came around, I felt a slight bit better. And then Monday came up, and I used the compression method overnight on Sunday night. So the 12th I used the compression method. I laid on one side, and it was compressing the swelling, and it pushed it back in, I guess. And I felt better on Monday, but I knew if I went to work, everything would be bad again. So I had to call in and say, look, I can't show up. And they knew what happened. I told them. They notified workers' comp and all that, just in case. And they were okay with it. They knew I took the time that I needed. Yeah, I showed up Tuesday. I was still a little bit sore, but I was fine. Like, I could work. I was fine. But I knew that I had to take Monday the 13th because I had to take that off because I knew my body. I knew what I needed, and I knew I needed to take that off. So I did that. It definitely helped. So we all need to take the time that we need. Everyone's different. Some people would have had to take 2 days off. Some people would have had to take a week off. Some people wouldn't have had to take time off at all. Yes, I get that. But sometimes you should be safe. Just take that extra day like I did. You should always, always see if there's anything you can do in those regards of just taking time for yourself. Take the time you need to do whatever it is needs to be done at that given point. Some of us may need time away from people. Like me, I've taken time away from family and friends just to recenter my mind because I believe the term is an outgoing introvert. I love being social with people, but I can only be social for so long before I have to recharge my batteries because I just get drained. And my family and friends, they understand that. They don't downgrade me for that because they understand. I've told them about it. I've upfront about it, and they know I need to take the time for myself. So don't ever feel bad or feel like you're a bad person just for taking the time for yourself. We all do it. We all need to do it. It's not something we can just avoid. Some of you are goddamn tanks, and I don't know how you just keep going and going and going. But just take the time for yourself. You need it. I'm sorry, that looks so weird. And yes, this podcast will be on Spotify and iTunes, I think. Eventually, I'm kind of working on it. But I'm also right now, I'm going to be working at the job that I'm currently working at for a little bit until maybe sometime in the summer when I decide to go back to Nova Scotia if I can solidify my plans with my brother and his dad so that I can go live with them for about 2 years, keep saving up for school, and go study in England. Go back to England. And I'm hoping that's something that will happen. I'm really, really looking forward to that if it happens. And I'll update the courses that I need to get updated within those 2 years and get my license within those 2 years. It's going to be a year of, or it's going to be a time of me working, especially when it comes to this. Because before I recorded this today, I was like, I need to do this. I am doing this right now. Nothing's stopping me because I love this. Yes, I need to take time a lot because I need to get in the right headspace because I'm always doubting myself. I'm always downgrading myself. So I need to take the time, recenter, and say, well, you love it, don't you? You love it. It brings you joy. So I'm going to do it. And it's moments like that that I need in order just to, like I've been saying, recenter myself. Because if I don't recenter, I'm going to keep falling down. Yes, I'm a lot better than I used to be. And it's taking me a lot of time to get there. And I'm so thankful for all of you and all of the friends and family that have stood by me for everything. Like, if it wasn't for a lot of you, I don't know where I'd be right now. And honest to God, thank you. I know this channel doesn't make me any money. I really don't care. Yes, it would be nice. I've said that before. It would be real nice to get money from YouTube to do this and just be able to do this for the rest of my life. But I'm just happy doing this. Taking the time to do this, to do whatever I can to help someone out there. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about getting all this recognition. It's about you getting help. I know I'm not a psychiatrist. I know I'm not professional anything. I just feel like I need to help people, and this is the best way that I can. I'm not Superman. I can't run around saving the world, but I can at least make the world a better place, one person at a time, by helping one of you, making one of your days a little bit better. Just that bright light that you need to shine into that dark cavern. That one hand reaching out saying, it's okay. That's why I do this. And I'm never going to stop. Like I said, I will take breaks when I need to, because I need that time. Everybody needs their time. And I've gotten to the point, I used to stress so bad whenever I missed an episode or missed an upload. But now I'm okay with it because I know I need that time. And I know I'm going to continue doing this. So I don't beat myself up about it as much as I used to. And thank God. I don't know what's happening with my hat. It's like it's shrunk in the wash, and I don't fully understand it, but oh well. And I also need to order new glasses. But yeah, taking time for oneself is a major thing that all of us need to do, but some of us just choose or can't find the time to do so because we're go, 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 go. But we need to slow down and just take a step back, take a deep breath, breathe in some air, and think. Just, what is good for me? What do I need to do? What will help me progress in life and become a better version of me, or make me feel like myself? What will ease my stress? Or what is causing me this stress right now? What can I do to change this? These are like big questions that a lot of us either avoid or just even don't even think of. Like, I never thought of them. I'm as guilty as the next person for this, because I always went to the aid of everyone else except for me. I was lucky that I had those few that even I didn't have to say anything, and they just knew what I needed or what I was going through, or I'd eventually break and tell them. But we all need that time. It's not easy. It will never be easy. Some days I wake up and I just don't want to go to work because I'm like, I just need a day off. So instead, I just arrive late. Bad practice. But I'm always 15 minutes late to work anyway because they're fine with it because of my bus schedule and all that. So it's not bad. I think, yeah, that's what it was. But I'll sometimes show up just like a half hour late because I need to. Half hour late than when I normally show up at. Because I need to, and sometimes one of the other guys that is my drive to get to people's houses to install what we need to install, he's late. So I don't feel bad. Now normally I'm freaking punctual. I'm usually ahead of time. But sometimes you just can't be. I just need some me time. This morning I was late though, but that was a different reason. I had a nosebleed, and had to deal with that as I was about to go out the door. So I told them, like, look, I'm gonna be late. I am dealing with a nosebleed. I'm right up front with it too. I tell them, like, look, I'm taking an extra 30 minutes for sleep time. And they're okay with it. They are completely okay with it. They're very lenient. So it's nice. It's nice working there. But yeah, I can't stress this enough. Take the time that you need. I keep looking at myself and on the recording because I moved it to the other screen. But just please take the time that you need. What happens if I press this? Guys, mistakes were made. I need to stop messing with that right now because it's going to get bad. It's going to get... I'm going to frig up my computer. But I want you to take away from this episode, just take a step back, take a breather, and just think. Take time for yourself. Realize what you need to do. And you know I love you all. And if you want me to talk about something specific, type it in the comments. I am open to suggestions about anything. The only thing I won't do on the channel at all is politics and religion. I keep those out of my channel because that's a whole can of worms that I don't want to open up on this channel. I don't want to. So anything else I am a-okay talking about. If I have to, I will go to my sources to help me understand something. My sources being some people that I trust. Because sometimes, this is something that I do. I talk to somebody, like I say, dude, do you have a minute to talk? I go to people because I need to talk to somebody. I don't need answers from them. I just need to talk something out when it's not just me. Because then I can solve something or solve a problem or understand something better because I'm talking out loud and not sounding crazy. Kind of like I do right now. But it's definitely something that helps me as a person, is talking something out. Which I guess would be good for a relationship, but I'm not really interested in a relationship at this moment in time in my life. But communication is key for a relationship. All kind of worms, we're not opening up right now. But it really does help me when I talk to somebody about a certain subject or something going on, because I start thinking with an alternate mind, so to speak. I start thinking a different way because I'm talking to somebody. I start taking in their mindset, and then it makes me think with my mindset and their mindset at the same time, and it makes me realize things that I didn't really realize. So it really does help me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. These episodes will get longer once I have more time in the days and whatnot, because it's 8 at night right now, and I do want to relax before I have to go to bed and go to work in the morning. So that's why these episodes are shorter. They will get longer if I have somebody to talk to, because I will have so much energy afterwards. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you, and thank you guys for watching this podcast.